Should you buy a beauty dish or a focusable parabolic reflector? They both shape light beautifully, but the results couldn't be more different. Today I'm going to show you how they actually compare side by side and which one might be the better choice for your portraits. In today's video, I'm going to compare a 27-inch or 70-centimeter Elinchrom white and silver beauty dish against the Parabolix 35D, which is roughly comparable to a Broncolor Para 88. Now, the Elinchrom beauty dishes compare to different beauty dishes, but everyone's going to be slightly different. But this comparison today will give you a general idea of what it would be like comparing a beauty dish to a parabolic. Back in 2021, I tested my then brand new Parabolix 35D against several Mola beauty dishes. What I didn't do then was shoot clean, consistent test frames, more like driver's license portraits. Instead, I let the model pose in different directions, and I didn't get those technical comparisons that I should have gotten back then, so the results weren't exactly scientific. This time, I've done it differently. I photographed Valérien looking straight into the camera using 5 different setups. The first one, an Elinchrom 27-inch or 70-centimeter silver beauty dish with an opaque deflector. Then I tested out a white 27-inch or 70-centimeter beauty dish with the same deflector. Following that, I used the Parabolix 35D at 3 focused positions. First, spot, then mid or middle, if you will, and then flood. And in case you aren't familiar with this type of modifier, what it essentially is a reflector in the shape of a parabola with a stick in the middle that you mount your light to. And then you're able to move it in and out, which changes the focal point of that parabola, giving you different results. All 3 modifiers were positioned so that they would appear the same size to Valérien. So for the 27-inch or 70-centimeter beauty dishes, I placed them about 27 inches or 70 centimeters from her face. And then for the 35-inch or 89-centimeter parabolic, I placed that 35 inches or 89 centimeters from her face. I was using a Canon RF 70-200 f4 lens zoomed in to 103 millimeters, and the camera remained stationary on my Studio Titan camera stand. Now, this is not perfect, but it's about as close and controlled as we can get to a scientific test, I think, in the studio. So let's go ahead and look at the results. First up, let's compare the 2 beauty dishes. The silver one is on the left and the white one is on the right. The first thing you might notice is that the silver reflector is much more focused, making the background darker. The white beauty dish has more subtle shadows, particularly in this transition area on the neck. The silver, however, has more contrast, so if I were to pick, I would choose silver, but let me know which one you prefer down in the comments. Now let's look at samples from the Parabolic Reflector. We'll look at all 3 positions now on screen at the same time. All 3 of them have a lot of contrast, but the spot has the most. The background is darkest with the spot, their chin shadow is longer, and the lip shadow is slightly deeper. With the light in the flood position, the face feels the least 3-dimensional. So is the medium or the flood the best image? Let us know in the comments which one you prefer. I'm a little torn, but I think I'm leaning towards the flood image. Now let's compare the silver beauty dish to the parabolic in the spot position. That means the light was pushed all the way in the back of the parabola. You can see that there is a huge difference. There's a little bit of a color difference, but just know that any of those are correctable and not really something we should be looking at or judging. Overall, though, there is a lot more dimensionality and contrast in the Para image. As we compare the silver to the Para in the medium position, you'll notice that the face just looks a lot different and far more 3-dimensional on the right. Next, let's compare the silver beauty dish to the Para in the flood position. That means the light is all the way forward and closest to the subject. It feels like there is a lot more contouring in the flood image and the background is brighter. The highlights in the Para image are a little less specular than those with the beauty dish. Now let's compare the white beauty dish with the para in the flood position. The beauty dish's highlights are a little bit brighter than those from the para, whereas the para image just feels like it has a lot more contouring. Here's a side by side with the silver beauty dish, the white beauty dish, and the para in the flood position so that you can compare. And now I have all 5 of the images on screen. At first I liked the parabolic in the flood position over here on the right, but then I started leaning towards the silver beauty dish, and in fact, I'm not sure. I sent these 5 images to 6 friends, and they gravitated towards the beauty dish images as their favorite, followed by the para in the flood position. But like I said earlier, let me know in the comments which one you prefer. If you like learning this kind of stuff, not just the what, but the why behind photography, you'll probably love the Academy with John Gress, my online members-only learning platform. It's where I teach longer in-depth lighting tutorials, and I do live critiques over Zoom twice a month in a very small and welcoming group session. And don't worry, if you do submit images for a critique, it's anonymous, and you can ask me any questions that you have, and we can work through the problems that you're going through. I also share videos of me shooting and working through problems myself in multiple or from multiple angles, and you definitely won't find that content here on YouTube. So if you want to check it out, go to johngress.com/academy. There's a link in the description, and there's also a 3-day free trial if you want to see what's there. Now let's have some fun. I kept the para in the flood position and added a curved glow reflector for fill. I used the white surface for the reflector, and then I let Valerian move around in different positions, and we ended up landing on this photo right here. Next, I used the Elinchrom silver beauty dish over here on camera left, a little bit behind her, and had her look off to my left. And then I added 2 strip softboxes, one over each shoulder. Originally, I intended the one on the left to be a little brighter and more pronounced, but it ended up being where it was. And the one on the right produced some nice separation or edge highlighting here on camera right. Both of them probably worked to separate the clothing from the background and put a little highlight there on her neck. I then added the glow curved reflector over here on camera left for fill. Originally I had it between the camera and Valerian, but then I felt that the shadows near her temple were not being filled, but the shadows under her chin were, and it looked weird, so I put it on the same side as the main light. What stands out to me is that the para gives the illusion of more depth and 3-dimensionality in the shot, whereas the beauty dishes feel flatter but still have that contouring effect to some degree. So if you want a harder sculpted look like with an athlete, a focused para could give you the punch that you're looking for. But if you're after a softer, more traditional beauty look, maybe you'll choose the silver or white beauty dish or the para on flood. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. And while you're down there, remember to like, subscribe, and sign up for the bell. In this video, we've been using both butterfly and loop lighting patterns. If you're not sure what those are or how they can totally change the mood of your portraits, check out this video next. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.